In the Amazon jungle, where rivers flow between the lush green trees and the humid, thick atmosphere, there is a creature that both animals and humans fear. It is the green anaconda, a famous giant snake and a symbol of power here. Unlike other snakes that rely on venom to take down their prey, the anaconda uses its huge muscles to squeeze, suffocating life bit by bit. With a length that can exceed 8 meters and a weight of more than 200 kilograms, they are considered the heaviest snake in the world, a true biological machine that nature has created to dominate the Amazon rivers. The green anaconda spends most of its life underwater, where its olive green skin and dark black patterns help it blend perfectly with the murky water and vegetation. It moves with incredible stealth, leaving only its eyes and nostrils above the water. And then, in the moment the prey is off guard, they launch a lightning attack. With enormous muscle force, the snake wraps around its opponent, squeezing each breath. The most terrifying thing is that death comes from suffocating silence, not the sound of broken bones. When the prey cannot inhale, the lungs collapse, the blood no longer carries oxygen, life gradually fades in the cold darkness underwater. Then the anaconda begins the process of swallowing its prey, which makes anyone who witnesses it shudder. The flexible jaw structure with elastic ligaments allows them to open their huge mouths and slowly swallow their prey, no matter how large. A capybara deer or even an adult caiman can disappear into its bloated belly. After this huge meal, the anaconda can rest for weeks, even months, thanks to its slow but thorough digestion. But the anaconda is more than just a killing machine. In the Amazon ecosystem, they play an important role at the top of the food chain. By hunting, they control the numbers of herbivores and waterfowl, thereby keeping the environment in balance. For the indigenous people, anaconda is both feared and respected. Legendary stories of Sucuryu giganti, a legendary snake tens of meters long that can swallow a dugout canoe, are still passed down from generation to generation, adding to the snake's mystique. In reality, humans are rarely attacked because anacondas usually avoid confrontation when possible. But just imagining a giant creature silently slithering through murky water, suddenly emerging and squeezing its prey is enough to send shivers down anyone's spine. For those living in the Amazon, the most important thing is to know how to recognize and avoid waters where anacondas ambush. Slow-moving rivers, murky water, or lots of floating vegetation are where they often appear. If you have to pass through, make a noise to warn people, because this snake does not like noise and often retreats when it notices people. Absolutely do not hunt or provoke them, because in the natural environment, humans have no chance of winning against an underwater giant. The green anaconda is both the embodiment of brutality and a testament to the delicate balance of nature. They remind people that in the wild, power and terror always exist side by side with the majesty and mystery of all things. After escaping the fear of giant snakes in the murky water, people realize that the danger in the Amazon does not only come from the river. Inside the dense forest canopy, where light hardly penetrates, another predator is lurking in the darkness. That is the jaguar, the most powerful and mysterious big cat in South America, and also the true lord of the Amazon jungle. Unlike the slow but muscular strength of the anaconda, the jaguar possesses speed, flexibility, and a body born to kill. With a weight of up to 100 kilograms, firm muscles, and the strongest jaws in the cat family, it can bite through the skull with just one blow. Instead of attacking the throat like a lion or leopard, the jaguar chooses to aim straight for the skull or turtle shell, killing its prey instantly. This is a brutal but effective hunting tactic, making it an unrivaled predator in its territory. The jaguar is a master of silence. In the darkness, it slips through the foliage, its bright yellow eyes reflecting the moonlight. Its footsteps are as soft as a breath, making it difficult for its prey to detect. When the opportunity comes, the jaguar leaps like a ghost, putting all its weight into its pounce, then finishes it off with a swift, fatal bite. Young caimans, monkeys, peccaries, even small anacondas can fall victim. The Amazonians believe that no animal in the forest can escape its clutches, and for the most part, it is true. In indigenous cultures, the jaguar is a symbol of strength, courage, and dominance. Many tribes worship it as a forest god, associated with ritual and legend. But at the same time, the jaguar's presence also instills fear in those who dare to enter its territory. A glance of its bright yellow eyes in the night is enough to make a person's heart tremble. Interestingly, jaguars rarely attack humans unless threatened. However, habitat loss due to deforestation has brought them closer to human settlements, leading to unexpected encounters. At that time, both humans and this cat become strangers in each other's territory. The jaguar is the king of the Amazon night, but it is not always sure of victory. There is another enemy, quieter, more patient, waiting under the water. When the jaguar approaches the riverbank to hunt or drink, it sometimes becomes the target itself. That predator is the black caiman, one of the most fearsome giant reptiles in South America. The black caiman can grow to more than 5 meters long, weigh hundreds of kilograms, and is the largest crocodile in the Amazon basin. Unlike the smaller caimans that are easily defeated by jaguars, these giants are on par with jaguars in the food chain. They possess gray-black skin that is almost the same color as the murky river water, and eyes that shine like amber that reflect the moonlight, making them almost impossible to detect. The black caiman's hunting strategy depends on absolute patience. They can lie still for hours, with only their eyes and nostrils above the water, making themselves part of the landscape. When prey, be it deer, peccary, waterfowl, or even humans, comes close, they strike with terrifying speed. Their powerful teeth, with a bite force exceeding 1,300 kilograms, are enough to crush bones in the blink of an eye. Once they have caught their prey, caimans often drag their victims into the water, performing a deadly spin to tear the flesh, making it difficult for any creature to escape. In the Amazon ecosystem, black caimans play an extremely important role. They maintain population balance, controlling the number of herbivores and aquatic species. Indigenous people have long feared and respected them, calling them by many names associated with legend. For fishermen, encountering a giant caiman in the river is a warning. These waters are no longer safe to cast nets. It is worth mentioning that the relationship between the black caiman and the jaguar is antagonistic but also balanced. There have been cases where the jaguar has taken down the caiman, biting straight into the skull to quickly finish it off. But there have also been times when the giant caiman has turned the tables, drowning the jaguar in the water. The battle between these two predators has become a living proof of the harsh law of the Amazon. No one is truly safe, not even those at the top of the food chain. If you live in the Amazon, just stepping to the water's edge can be the last wrong decision, because under the seemingly calm water, lurking yellow eyes are always ready. But that is not the most terrifying danger when dipping your feet in the river, because besides the hidden giants, there is a much smaller threat, but so aggressive and bloodthirsty that it makes the whole forest tremble: the red piranha. Red piranhas are small, averaging only about 25-30 cm in length, with a seemingly harmless body. But what makes them scary is their jaws with razor-sharp triangular teeth which fit together like scissors. When biting, they can cut through flesh, even small bones. And what is even scarier is that they never hunt alone. A school of piranhas can number in the hundreds, even thousands, attacking together in bloodthirsty chaos. Contrary to the often depicted cinematic image, piranhas do not indiscriminately attack humans just for blood. Normally, they eat small fish, insects, or dead animals floating in the water. But when food sources are scarce, or when stimulated by blood and turbulence in the water, the collective instinct is activated. At that time, any creature that falls into a school of piranhas has almost no chance of survival. They rush in like a storm, each bite tearing away small pieces of flesh, but when hundreds of bites add up, death comes incredibly quickly. Indigenous peoples in the Amazon have long known how to avoid them. They avoid swimming in hot, humid, shallow rivers during the dry season, where piranhas are likely to congregate. They also have a simple trick: tap the surface of the water with their oars to check. If they see a school of fish rushing toward them, it is best to stay away immediately. There have been horror stories of livestock falling into the river, and only a few minutes later, all that remains is a white skeleton. Despite their fear, red piranhas are an indispensable part of the Amazon. They help clean up dead bodies, keeping rivers free of rotting carcasses. They are also a source of food for indigenous people, caught and dried or roasted. Their existence is both a threat and a benefit, the duality of wild nature. When you think the Amazon River is full of tiny teeth, hundreds of them at a time, don't forget that the wet ground of the jungle hides tiny, deadly creatures. They don't need to be huge. Just a touch of skin is enough to bring death quickly. These are the poison dart frogs, brightly colored, camouflaged creatures that carry enough poison to kill a group of people. These frogs are typically tiny, measuring just 2 to 5 centimeters long, enough to fit in the palm of your hand. But don't let their size fool you. Their skin secretes a toxin called toxin, enough to kill dozens of humans. Just a light touch can paralyze the nervous system, stop the heart, and cause instant death. Amazonian natives have long exploited the creature's power. They rub spearheads or darts on the frog's skin to coat it with poison, turning the weapon into a deadly hunting tool, hence the name poison dart frog. Surprisingly, the frogs themselves do not produce their own poison. Instead, they absorb the toxin from small insects in their diet, which they store in their skin. Frogs raised in artificial environments without natural food sources are completely harmless. But in the Amazon jungle, they possess a power that even the fiercest predators fear. Birds, snakes, and even jaguars often avoid them when they see their bright skin. Despite their terrible toxicity, poison dart frogs still possess a mesmerizing beauty, captivating many scientists and photographers. Close-up photos of their iridescent green skin or yellow spots on a deep black background are like works of art created by nature. People are both terrified and admiring because in that small body contains both life and death. Amazon people say that sometimes when walking in the forest during the rainy season, you will see them jumping on wet leaves, looking shiny like living gems. But just one careless move, touching that shiny skin, the price to pay can be life. That is what makes poison dart frogs one of the most dangerous species that you must remember if you live in the Amazon. So we have discovered the first 5 creatures in the Amazon jungle, from the giant green anaconda, the mysterious jaguar, the powerful black caiman, the bloodthirsty piranha, to the tiny but deadly poison dart frogs. This is only part 1. If you find this video interesting, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss part 2, where we will continue to uncover even more terrifying creatures lurking in the dark Amazon. Thank you and goodbye.